Okay, here we are. Character level 4, dungeon level 4. We're pretty much on track. Let's take a quick look around our immediate surroundings. Again, the walls and floors are still the same. There's a couple of new monsters here, though, neither one of which is that powerful. You can get a general feel for how powerful they are by looking at their experience value. As a rough estimate, divide their experience value by 10, and that's about the level you should be to fight them. So this guy's about a 4th level monster. This guy's about a 3rd level monster. They're not that tough. The Mist Lizard. Nothing really to report about it. It's a standard Wyrm type monster. Not that interesting. It hits me a little easier than I hit it, but I'd still kill it before it would kill me, I'm pretty sure. Down here we have a war dog. How did I lose 1 health? I didn't realize I was missing a health. Maybe I did. We have a war dog. Again, this one's an animal. I can tell at a glance because I know the animals hate me, and I can see that little hatred symbol down in the bottom right. Once again, its odds are slightly better than my odds to hit it. I should maybe start concentrating on getting my dexterity up just a little bit to make sure I don't get too outmatched in combat. But I do want to return to getting my health up soon because I need to get my traveling skill up so I can start carrying more items, or I'm going to be leaving everything behind as I've been doing. It's always a game of trade-offs. What is the rest of the stuff we're looking at here? Actually, before I even move, though, let's take a look. He's average speed. He's fast. That war dog is going to be on me pretty fast. I think I said fast animals move every time I move. It's actually a little faster. They move every time I move, but every couple of turns they get an extra move. Remember that grubbling we saw move almost diagonally? That was one of its extra move turns where it moved left then down. Anyways, temple we know, objects we know, gold we know. This is fire. Flame. Flame comes in different sizes. The size dictates how much damage you take if you enter it. Monsters also would be damaged if they enter it, but most of the time they're not going to bother. It would take an extreme circumstance for them to actually want to enter flame. But as you can see, if I actually was stupid enough to step in the middle of that, I would take 2 to 20 damage. But I don't have to, I'll just walk around it. This, on the other hand, is smoke. You find it a lot of times around fire and around lava. Sometimes it just exists because it's coming out of a fissure in the ground or whatever. But it has several effects. One, you can't see through it. It acts like a curtain or a wall in that sense. But you can't, not only can you not see through it, you can't see out of it, and you can't see into it, which means if this mist lizard was standing on the smoke, I wouldn't be able to see the mist lizard. For that matter, if I was standing on the smoke, I would not be able to see anything outside of the smoke. So it's really vision obscuring. It also, you can choke on smoke, just like in real life. If I'm standing on it, each turn you finish in smoke leaves a 50% chance you take damage equal to 5% of your max health. So it's kind of like drowning, except for it doesn't require swimming skill to avoid. It's just a straight 50-50 chance of inhaling the smoke. Also, if I actually was fighting in the middle of smoke, my odds to hit the monster and the monster's odds to hit me are cut in half because none of us can see each other. That's the only new things here. I'm going to start walking around. Like I said, that war dog is going to be on me pretty fast, but I don't think it'll be too hard for me to kill. I do have to get my dexterity up sooner. I'm going to start losing a lot of combats soon. As you can see, it's just as fast as I am, if not faster, so it just kind of tags along. I'm not going to be able to outrun it. There are spells that would let me outrun it, a haste spell or a haste wand, or there we go, it's dead, or a blink spell that might let me teleport away, but I don't know those. I'm not going to fight the mist lizard just yet, because I don't know what else I'm going to face up here. Another new monster, a bugbear. Bugbear is a goblinoid type of monster. As you can see, its health is pretty high. Its experience value is 80, so again, I should be roughly level 8 to be tackling it, and if you compare my odds to hit it versus its odds to hit me, you'll see why. It's definitely more powerful than I am. It does have a pretty cool ability as well. It gets a free second attack if its first attack hits. So if we're fighting, normally I swing at it and it swings at me at the same time, but if it happens to actually hit me, it gets to attack again right away, and I don't get to attack it back. For the moment, at the very least, I'm going to avoid that thing and see if there's a way to kill it easier later. I could just bombard it with flaming darts. Maybe I'll even do that. Get it out of the way. I'm also going to switch over to my hide helm for the time being, so it looks like I have a lot of combat on my hands. Alright, screw you, Mr. Bugbear. I'm going to kill you with some flaming darts. It's going to take at least 2, maybe 3 castings of this. There's 6 damage. Another one like that, I've got it. You see there? It hit me twice. Once for 2 damage, once for 4 damage. I definitely want to kill this thing fast, or it's going to kill me. There, it's dead. Got 80 experience out of that, not bad. Pays to know magic. There are monster spellcasters as well. We haven't encountered any yet, but worth mentioning in case we don't encounter any before I die. Sometimes you'll meet monsters who can cast spells back at you. That's always a scary thing. Alright, here we have a wyvern. Another new monster. 70 experience, not as tough technically as the bugbear. It's flying, It moves at an average speed. Again, it's got pretty good odds to hit. Its main ability, its special ability, is there's a 21% chance every time it hits me that I get poisoned. So again, not something I want to mess too strongly with. I'm not going to blow off more flaming darts at it for the moment because I have no idea what else is out there and I may need those spell points. So for the moment, as a matter of fact, I'm going to try and get by it without fighting it. Let it get close to me. I'm going to try and run around. No, it didn't quite work. There we go. Oh, not quite. I almost got around it. It didn't poison me, at least. Alright, another mist lizard. Interesting. So here we have another river, just like that one we saw in level 1 way back when. But you'll see here there's a raft. Rafts, if you're standing on a raft, you're not going to drown. You will still drift. That's the thing. Rafts are not very easy to control, so the water may still shoot you this way or this way, but the raft will move with you if it shoots you. So as long as you're on the raft, you're not going to drown. You can steer it. If you're on the raft, you can walk around or move your character exactly the same way you could when you were on dry land. Usually I use the number pad to move when I'm in water. But you may still drift because of the raft. There are other boats that are better, like a rowboat won't drift if you're in it. And a dragon boat won't drift at all. If you watch while I move, the raft itself may just start moving around. It might be worth hopping on soon because I know I can get to it right now. But I don't want to right now. I don't want to mess with these monsters just now. So let's go down here. A thug, we've fought one of those before. They're not that tough. Let's kill it off quickly, hopefully. It's a little bit tough. Shit, I'm getting pretty banged up here, aren't I? It can do up to 5 damage. I can still take more damage, so I'm not going to heal myself just yet. But I am going to heal myself damn soon if this thing keeps hurting me. I still don't want to use my spell points if I can avoid it. I know I'm going to need them. There's that blood pulse we were talking about. If I press B, you'll see the blood pulse effect goes away, or if I use the options menu. Either way, you can still hear the heartbeat sound. Well, let's kill it off, and then I'm going to heal myself. As you can see, the text moves a little bit slower while that thing... Oh, frick you. I'm gonna drink my damned... No, I'm going to eat my blackberries. Get back 1 health, and 5 spell points. That wasn't very good. I'm going to drink the tiny health potion now. Got back 11 health points. Good. Alright, it's not worth it. I'm going to kill him with a flaming dart spell. Alright. We only need 60 more experience before we go up a level. If worse comes to worse, we could run our gems that we're still carrying to whatever temple, if we can find that temple. Or we could try and kill a monster. This one's worth quite a bit, but it is 90 experience, which means it's pretty tough. It's flying, it's slow, it's an animal, which gives it 20% extra chance to hit me. So under other circumstances, it will only have a 34% chance to hit me. But its main ability is it has a 20% chance every time it hits me of causing dizziness for 30 turns. And we've already seen dizziness. That was that little icon over here that halved my dexterity. So if this thing hits me, there's a 20% chance my dexterity is going to be cut in half for 30 turns, which will make it really hard for me to hit anything. So for the moment, I'm just going to stay away. Here, I don't even need that raft. I can get across the river right there if I need to. A couple of bridges. Here, and I mentioned illusory walls before. Sometimes when you see corridors that end in dead ends, it's because there's a magical illusory wall. And if you watch it right there, you'll see it flicker. I'm going to stand here until you can see it. Watch here. It happened a couple of times, but now it's being stubborn. Alright, screw it. You're going to see it sooner or later. I'm going to walk through it, though. Illusory walls, they look like walls, but they don't actually do anything. If you keep your eye on it, you'll see... There, it flickered. There we go. Bars. This is like a wall. Can't walk through it, but you can see through it. Sort of the opposite of a curtain, which anything can walk through, but blocks line of sight. Bars block almost everything from passing through them, but you can see right through them. I think snakes can pass through them, as can other thin animals. Thin monsters, rather. There's more bars. Another one of those damn giant moths. I don't want to mess with it right now. Gosh darn it. Have we found that temple yet? We did. It's way back there. I don't want to risk that object just now. So back through the illusory wall. As you can see, the flying monsters, it just passes right over water without worrying about it. A bunch of giant flies, too. Now, giant flies, there's a giant fly legend. It has a red swirling thing under it. You just can't quite see it on the bridge. Giant flies are an insectoid type creature. I think we get plus 30 to hit them, don't we? Because we have our basic entomology. So you'll see we have a 46% chance to hit it. So not a bad chance. Giant flies have a unique special ability, though, and that is that they if you read here, what it says is it replaces any non-golem corpse it lands on with a giant maggot. The truth is, I haven't actually put giant maggots in the game right now, so when they land on a corpse, they turn it into another giant fly. So they can breed, essentially. Every time they hit a dead body that you've killed, they'll make a new corpse, or a new giant fly appear. The only things it can't react with, a giant fly can't create another giant fly out of a dead giant fly, or else they'd just be self-perpetuating forever. And they can't use golem bodies either, because there's no meat on those. So I probably want to kill these things early, rather than let them find all the dead bodies. If they see a dead body too, they'll ignore you and go seek out that dead body to create a new giant fly. There you can see the thing swirling underneath it. The Corpse Rider is the name of this giant fly legend. Legends are the most powerful of these races of creatures. So the most powerful giant fly you could meet in the game is the Corpse Rider, and I've just met him. You'll see he has a resistance of 40% to toxin, whereas a normal giant fly doesn't. There you go. He also has a higher attack, defense, and health than all others of his kind. So 12 health versus 8 here. He has 60 attack versus 50 attack, and 30 defense versus 20 defense. So he's a tougher kill, but he carries 3 items, and he's worth 102 experience versus 70 for this guy. Now again, I don't need that much to get up a level, so I think I'm going to kill the standard giant fly, if I can. To get up a level, rather than go deposit those gems. There we go. I killed it. Although I was getting injured, I get my 2 health added to my max health. I gained 10 attribute points and gain a skill point, and yes, my health was restored. So you can see I'm fine now. I think I'm going to put those 10 attribute points into dexterity for now. I need a chance to hit these monsters that are getting very tough to hit. And as far as a skill, do I want that spell use? The hypnotic? You know what I do? I'm going to take advanced spell use. So now I have access to medium power spells, mid power spells. Oh, I forgot to take memory, darn it. Hopefully I won't find spell books for a bit. Now I have access to these spells. This could cut the defense of a monster in half as soon as I cast it. And we know what Envenom does. I think for the moment I'm going to use that Envenom spell on this, on the Corpse Rider. He has defense of 30, but if I hit him with this, he'll only have defense 15. That'll raise my chance to hit him to like 61%. Now if you look, yeah, I've got a 61 chance to hit him. I could have hit him with flaming darts. Maybe that would have been a faster way to kill him. I don't know, for the same amount. But I thought I'd take a chance, A, to try something new, and B, because it seemed like it would be a faster way to kill him. It may have been unwise. Yeah, I should have really hit him with some flaming darts. I'm going to use the other one right now. That's all my spell points. Let's hope I can find some way to get those back. There we go, it's dead. It is dead, and we found another piece of armor. I have found a tortoise shell and a jet necklace as a trinket. The tortoise shell is a shield, so I can still use it even while I'm using my hide helm right here. The hide helm's getting pretty bad condition, by the way. So is the pitchfork. They're getting kind of worn down. The tortoise shell is in perfect condition. It gives me another defense of 6. So instead of having base defense 6 with my hide helm, I use it with the tortoise shell, and boom, I've got base defense 12. Not bad. It makes it harder for things to hit me. The jet necklace I could sell to a smuggler if I met it. It takes up 1 inventory slot. It's worth 65 gold. I'll carry it for now. I may not carry it for long. We'll see. I'm going to check down here just to make sure there's no merchants that I want to spend my gems on. Oh, you know what? I just realized? Look at that. When we killed that giant fly, we found those objects, right? We found the tortoise shell. We found the jet necklace. One thing we obviously also found was a map. I didn't really realize it till now. But boom, we can see the whole level. Here it is. We can't see pit traps and that sort of thing, so our cartography skill isn't high enough. But with basic cartography, at least we got a map of the level. So we know what the whole layout is. If I want to get over to this region, I'm going to have to hop on that raft, or cast water walking, or try to swim across the river, but I don't want to try to do that. This is a meat locker. It will contain meat. It can't be trapped. I might as well open it to find out what's inside it. It can contain meat. There's uncooked fish, uncooked venison, and uncooked mutton. I'm not going to take... well, I'll at least show them to you. All 3 of them have to be cooked over a fire. The fish, if you eat cooked fish, will raise your intelligence permanently. Venison will raise your max health permanently. Mutton, as we mentioned earlier, will raise your strength permanently. I don't see any cooking fires, do I? If I do, I'm definitely going to cook it before I leave the level. You can't cook on this big flame. That's like a roaring inferno. You don't want to get near that. And I don't have the inventory spots to really cart that meat around, so I doubt I'm going to take it. And I'm not a very good cook anyway. I wouldn't get much out of it, so I'm going to leave it there for now. Stupid-ass giant moth. Let's lure it up here. Maybe I'll do it right over here. Come on up, giant moth. Come on up and see me. I'm just passing my turn until it gets close, and now that it's close, I can just run by it. Because I know it's a slow creature. What do I want to do? I think I'm going to go start depositing gold and stuff in the temple. There's another damned monster. This monster is called a Hulk, but you'll notice it has another swirling symbol beneath it, like that, like the corpse rider we just killed. But this time the spinning symbol is yellow. What the spinning yellow symbol indicates is that this creature has a missile weapon. In this case, it's not just a Hulk, it's a rock-hurling Hulk. And what that means is it gets a talent called Distance Strike that other Hulks wouldn't have. If you're using a missile weapon, which we haven't seen in this game yet, or if any monster is using one, as this rock-hurling Hulk is, it provides you a chance to hit your enemy without him getting a chance to hit back. It can't actually throw a rock from there. It's too dark in the caverns for things to hit at a distance. You still have to fight them by stepping on them. But if you have Distance Strike, or if a monster has Distance Strike, as this rock-hurling Hulk does, during every combat round, there's a 33% chance that the enemy you're fighting does not get a chance to swing back. So every round we fought, it would get to swing at me for sure. I'd only get to swing at it 67% of the time. For the moment, I do not want to fight it. It's got a heckload of health, too. It's a giant-type monster. I could hit it pretty easy. It's not hard to hit. But I don't want to hit it. I don't want to fight it just yet. It's going to tear my health right down if I do. There's a lot of monsters here I do not want to be messing with. I could be in a... I should have grabbed that gold on the way by. I could be in a spot of trouble, to be perfectly honest. For now, I'm going to try and grab as much gold as I can and stuff to get my my experience up as high as I can, so that hopefully I can get in a position where if I do kill a monster, it provides enough experience to knock me up a level. I'm not even going to use the mouse right now. You can use the mouse to move around. Like I said, I could click way the hell over here and I would instantly leap over here. Or not instantly, but I'd follow a path. But it does not take into account monsters when you're running. The reason for that is it doesn't know... The computer doesn't know where those monsters are going to be, obviously. So, it's best... see, the wyvern can't go through the door, but it's waiting for me, damn it. Well, I got no real choice here, do I? There's no other way to get out of here. What I am going to do really quickly is... Oh, mother of pearl. You'll see here, I didn't talk about this earlier, it's a stone coffer. It's like a chest, that thing we opened earlier. But stone coffers have really heavy lids. You can only try to open them once. If you fail, you can't try to open it again. In this case, a stone coffer is reliant on your strength to open too. It requires a chance equal to your strength over 3. That's your percent chance. So as it says here, my odds of actually opening it are 10%, but it could contain a lot of treasure, so I'm going to take the chance. No, I failed. Do I want to risk these? These could be health potions. You never know. They could help me. I am in a spot of trouble here. I don't want to go fight all those monsters. I think I'm going to have to start risking some of these things. Can I do anything else? I still have that wand. The wand is empty. I have these unknown potions. I probably should have tried one of those. You know what? I'm going to try one, but I'm going to stand on this mist lizard, and while I'm standing on it, it's not that tough of an opponent, I'm going to drink my potion. The reason I'm going on top of him to drink it is I know there is a theoretical potion as well out there called a potion of fire breath, which instantly erupts great gouts of fire from your mouth. It can also explode in your stomach and kill you, but if it doesn't, you breathe fire, and if that happens, I want to be on top of a monster where I can take advantage of it. Let's see what it did. Potion of animal control. With no animal here, the potion has no effect. You may say the mist lizard, that's an animal. Well, no, it's not. It's a worm, as you look there. If I had been standing on an animal when I drank that, I forgot those even existed. They're really rare. That animal would have instantly been charmed, it would have acted as my friend, and it would have gone out and looking for monsters to kill on my behalf. And every monster it killed, I get the experience for. I have one more potion, I'm going to drink that one too. Restored. If I had been diseased, I would no longer be. But I wasn't diseased. I still have this low power scroll. You know what? I am in a tight spot. I'm going to blow it off and see what the hell it does. In this case, it is a cursed mind warp scroll. It says you may be seeing things, and you'll see this new icon appeared that says I'm hallucinating. This icon indicates that your character is hallucinating. Until it wears off, you may see and hear monsters that aren't really there. These monsters can still be queried. That means you can point your mouse cursor at them. But they cannot be encountered. You will continue hallucinating for a further 120 turns. So the monsters that I may be seeing coming at me soon could be completely fictional. I'm just hallucinating them. Now I know there's a wyvern out here. I know there's not a lot of ways in for monsters except for there, and that wyvern may still be blocking that door. It may not have. It may have flown off by now. But as long as I stay in this region, I can be relatively sure that the monsters I'm seeing coming at me, with the exception of this mist lizard, are just in my mind. So I'm not even going to leave this area until the effect of that damn scroll wears off. I am going to go pick up those other objects, though, and see what they are. You can see its health bar getting lower. I'm starting to kill that mist lizard. Please don't be a trap. Cloth armor, nice. Okay, we now have a breastplate, a helmet, and a shield. Cloth armor is the third type of armor you can find, a breastplate, as it says there, a light breastplate, and it gives me 10 defense, so not bad. We now have a base defense of 22%, and I think it's in pretty good condition too, wasn't it? 82%, excellent condition. Let's go. I'm hoping let me tell you about this, and I'll tell you what I'm hoping. Asterian Moonshine. Blue, it means I can click it to have an effect. It's a type of alcohol. You may drink the moonshine once by left-clicking it. There's a 50% chance you'll be cured of all diseases, and a 50% chance you'll be poisoned. It's worth keeping around in case I do get a disease. At least it's worth keeping around for now, because it's the best defense against disease I have. But, hopefully I won't need it. You can see its chance to hit me has now dropped down to 10% because of all the armor I'm wearing. And there, it's dead. We're a little closer to getting up a level. Not close enough. I was going to say, I hope a monster shows up so I can show you the effects of the hallucination. But I'm not going to go out there and run around just for your benefit. No offense. I'm just going to stand here until this wears off. And we'll see if any hallucinations occur in here. Hopefully I maintain control of my mind. The way hallucination really works is it generates random monsters all over the map very frequently. But those random monsters can't hurt you. Oh, I think I saw one. It's just hidden by the smoke for the moment. There. Oh, that's the actual rock-hurling Hulk. I assume. It could be a hallucination, but I bet you it's not. That I don't want to get near. We'll find out 1 second. You see how this icon started to flash? That means it's about to wear off. 3 turns it'll be gone, and then I'll know if that Hulk is real or not. Yeah, that thing's real. I don't want to mess with it. Come over here, Hulk. Now I can run past it. Let's hope the Wyvern has left this post at the door. I did for a bit, but unfortunately it's not far away. I'm going to grab up this gold for sure. 30 gold, that's the most I can carry. Uncooked rabbit. That would raise my dexterity if I could cook it and eat it. It might be worth getting on that raft. Get away from me, Wyvern. Leave me alone. Just get this. Screw you. Get this raft. Okay, I'm on the raft. You can see I can kind of move around with it. Sometimes the current carries me in a different direction. I'm trying to move down right now, but the current's not letting me. And I'm getting pretty badly hurt. Do I have any recourse to stop this? I don't think so. Not without more spell points. It would probably be wise, to be perfectly honest, if I really want to max out my chance of living, and I do, it might be worth running away down to the next level, because as soon as I get to the next level, I'll get my spell points back and I can start casting healing spells. But I'm not going to just yet. I'm going to risk a little more and hope that it's worth it. Please don't be a trap. A tiny health potion. Look at that glorious turn of events. I'm going to drop the moonshine for a minute. Pick up the health potion and hope it's not poison or something. And then I'm going to drink it by left-clicking it. And that gave me back 9 health points. That helped. Let's pick back up the moonshine. I can probably take down this wyvern. I just don't want it to poison me because I don't have the spell points to unpoison myself. Well, now that I'm poisoned, I might as well finish it off. If I can finish this thing off, I get that much closer to getting up a level. I need that raft back, or else I'm not going to be able to get across the water safely. So I'm going to stand here and hope to God that raft shows up. You see me lose some health there? You saw it drop by 1. There. Now, oh, there. We lucked out. The poison left our system before we could take too much damage. Alright, in that case, the only thing left around here I think is that rock-hurling Hulk. I'm going to gather up the gold. And I may even try and take down the Hulk, because if I can do that... do the gold first. If I can do that, I know for sure I'll have enough to get up a level. Come here, Mr. Hulk. Oh, shit. Let me get past it. I think it also has a special ability that, yes, just like the bugbear, if it hits me the first time, it gets a free second attack. That's why it hit me twice there. Alright, now I can kind of run around with this. I'm going to go over here, grab up the gold. 28. When we deposit this, we're going to be almost up a level, but not quite. Ooh. Get away from me. Come on over here. But I know there's some more gold elsewhere that I can, if I can avoid that rock Hulk long enough, I'll be able to get up a level and get all my health back, and then I can probably just kill the Hulk. Let's see here. Ah, son of a... Alright, I'm getting pretty darn hurt. If I hit a pit trap on the way, I'm going to be dead. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Yes, I want this gold. And as soon as I can get this back to the temple, if I can do it... Oh, there's that moth, too. I forgot about that. If I can do it without getting killed by this thing, which I'm pretty sure I can now. Yeah, it's not going to catch me. Probably, anyway. Let's get up to the door. As long as I can get through this door. Yeah, there we go. As long as there's no pit trap between me and here. Boom. Up a level. All my health came back. We're fine. I'm going to do dexterity one more time, because again, I'm having trouble hitting some of these monsters. And as far as this, I think I'm going to put it into the alchemy. You'll start seeing some of the potions I pick up now I'll be able to identify. I don't think I carry any potions right now. There's a little bit of gold left I'm going to grab before I leave the level, but that may be it. I may or may not fight that Hulk. Yeah, I got way better chances of hitting it than it does me. If you watch, you see those miss going by there. You may see the word distance strike pop up, written in red, I think. That means that it got its distance strike ability and I don't get a chance to hit. It'll probably say distance strike, no chance, is what it'll say. But maybe he won't get a distance strike. There it is. So distance strike, I didn't have a chance to swing at him and then he missed me. It's almost dead. Awesome sauce. Alright. There's not too much left to worry about. That giant moth is still around. Let's see how bad the fight with it would be. I'm not quite sure where it is, to be honest with you. Look at that gold we saw. Oh, here's a giant moth. I have slightly better odds to hit it than it does me. I'm going to fight it. It's worth the experience, I think. And if it makes me dizzy, I will just run away from it until the dizziness wears off. As it did there, you see that? I'm dizzy. My chance of hitting it has dropped significantly. 16%. So all I gotta do really is get beyond this ward. It can't cross a ward. I'll just wait here until the dizziness wears away. Alright, now I'll take it on again. It could make me dizzy again, but hopefully it won't. Alright, it's dead. 90 experience. And you saw the word annoyance there. Now if we look at the racial attitudes over here, animals still hate me. But insectoids, I've killed enough of them, they're now annoyed. They're now annoyed with me, which means they get +5 to hit. Instead of +20 that the hatred gives them, they have +5 to hit me. All insectoids I meet for the rest of the game have +5 to hit me, which kind of sucks. But it's inevitable. Sooner or later you're going to piss off Xaskazien's minions if you keep killing Xaskazien's minions. So this other moth will actually, I think there was another one out here somewhere, actually have a slightly easier time killing me than that one did. There's some more experience for the gold. Is there any gold left? There are these objects, which I am going to risk looking at. I've still got 22 health. I'm relatively safe. There's that moth. 19 health now. If I'm going to grab those objects, now's the time, in case my health gets too low to risk them. An unknown potion. I'm going to pick it up, actually. I'm going to drop the moonshine for the moment, pick up the potion, and go fight, and go drink it on top of that moth. Something just broke. What was that? My hide helm has finally kicked the bucket. It's done. I can still carry it around. Like I said, I have to repair it somehow or find somebody to repair it for me. For now, I will switch over to my feathered hat, which at least gives me some defense. And let's drink that potion. Potion of animal control. Again, those are really rare, but it's not an animal, it's an insectoid. Had no effect. Gosh darn it. Alright, we know the moonshine is still there, but there's one more object we can try. What is this thing? A carrot! What does the carrot do? You may eat the carrot once by left-clicking it. It will restore 1 to 4 health and 2 to 12 spell points. What the hell? I'll eat it right now. 2 health, 6 spell points. Not enough spell points to do anything with. Let's go get our moonshine. I'm not even going to finish that thing off. It's not worth the damage it's going to cause me, is it? I don't know if it is. No, I don't want to fight it right now. It's not worth getting my health down before I enter a new level. Which means we're about to enter a new level, and that means, again, we are at the end of this particular video. I will keep making them, though, as long as I can keep surviving. So I will see anybody who wishes to continue this journey with me in a little bit.